The man stole food in the middle of the night and saw his wife asleep. And after he was beaten, the husband arranged for his wife to help him wash his clothes. But he lay down and fell asleep with his beaten wife. The son had no choice but to help with the laundry. Otherwise, the husband woke up and was tidied up by him just now. And he heard the news on his mobile phone. And he took it later. Get up and check that it turned out to be a lover sent by a lover. There are lovers outside, and his wife has always known that when he saw the message, there were 3 lovers who kept sending love to you. The wife couldn't believe that she picked up her husband's clothes, and the result was really different, and the smell of perfume was really different. This wife made up her mind to follow up on her husband, and the 47 children were as normal as ever. Send her husband to the door and give him to work, seeing that after seeing her husband leave, he decisively went back to change his clothes and followed his wife. Followed her husband all the way to the hotel, and then his wife. Seeing her husband appear in front of her with an ocean current, the two kept a certain distance in order to hide their eyes, but unexpectedly entered the elevator in the next second, and they revealed Ben. The sex began to clear, and the wife couldn't believe it for a moment, and her husband kept saying that he came to work like this. And this moment of going to work completely broke his wife's heart, and he wanted to go to the front desk to ask about their room. Fortunately, a traitor was caught in bed, and when he walked to the front desk, he changed his mind again. If he tore his face now, he couldn't catch it based on 2. Plus, he had been trying to maintain it. Thinking of the children, family, and people, I didn't go up to ask the front desk waiter for the room number, so I had to silently bear the pressure and leave. The hotel Skoda was in a bad mood, and on the way back at what time, he didn't notice the traffic lights at all, and the kind people made it possible to avoid an accident. And the next second was firm. Chiang's wife began to fall down. She lay on the steering wheel in pain. He couldn't believe that her husband, who once loved her deeply, would become what he is now. And at night, his wife followed the past. Listen to your husband and wait for him to come back and rest together. But when his husband came back, it was already past 3 o'clock in the morning. Looking at his sad wife, he didn't go up to have a relationship, but followed. As before, it was arranged for his wife to wash clothes after she finished writing. And after the day, it was she who didn't want her husband after taking a bath. And his wife didn't help her do laundry. Without saying a word, the wife decided not to bear it, and said everything she knew, which was more unexpected, what the wife did through her husband's actions. There was no trace of worry. He threw his wife on the bed and went to break out of the door by himself. And the wife lying on the bed was also desperate for this kind of marriage, and returned to her mother early the next morning. The family told her mother about her husband's cheating and her being beaten, and her mother didn't agree with him after hearing it, and she couldn't say that she broke up, and the parents didn't agree with it. The idea of divorce was that when his wife thought of his young child, he could only fight for the government to change his mind as soon as possible, and the next day he still waited for his husband to come back in the middle of the night before he was satisfied. The man let the husband have a repentant heart, and the wife was in the room with him, and then the husband bought a necklace to give to his wife in order to express his sincerity. If you like to wear it, don't be understood anymore. In the face of her husband who keeps apologizing, the stupid wife like me thinks that her husband really answered and chooses to forgive him, and then the husband thinks. In-depth exchange and emphasis on feelings. This time the wife was not used to it. He directly rejected the husband, did not force abandonment, or followed his one-when. The next morning, the wife still sent the husband to work. When she arrived at the door, her husband actually took the initiative to kiss her temperament, and the translation also made her wife gradually let go of all the sisters. And sure enough, the more abnormal their behavior was, the more ghosts these wives had in their hearts. When the above-mentioned tidying up clothes and accessories, I found that there were 2 air tickets to Yi and my husband, who obviously told me that he was on a business trip alone. How could he have 2 air tickets now? A wife in one place ran directly to her husband. And then why did you have a step down in front of your friends? And their husbands actually said in front of their friends that your sister-in-law missed me too much at home. Come to my wife, silently, directly take out 2 air tickets. The first is exposed in front of friends. Take your wife out and say whatever you say when you go home. What do you say not to let your wife go? Go back first to realize, after talking to a friend about important cooperation, you must get his satisfactory explanation, seeing that the husband just helped him buy love, so he gave his husband face. When the husband came back from get off work in the evening, what he waited for was not his husband's explanation, but his husband's wife. At this moment, the son completely made the husband regret what his wife did next.